heart of the vast Pacific, where the ocean kisses the sky and the islands dance with the sun. The ancient stories of our ancestors come to life. These are the tales of wisdom, courage, and adventure. Welcome to the Tales of the Islands.
The full moon rose like a blessing over the island of Upolu, casting silver light across the palms and waves of the coastal village of Le'ulumoila. It was a night of celebration. Flowers adorned the open fail houses. Torches lit the walkways, and the smell of roasted pig mingled with salt air and tropical fruit. The air was alive with the rhythmic beat of lali drums and the distant notes of nose flutes. The village had gathered to honor the sea gods, to give thanks for another season of abundance, and to host honored guests from the neighboring island kingdom of Toa. Among these guests was a young man named Sinilau. He stood tall and quiet at the front of the canoe as it sliced through the calm waters, his dark hair stirring in the wind, his eyes set on the shore. Sinilau had never been to Samoa. His uncle, a high chief from the Paha, had brought him as a part of a diplomatic voyage. But it was not politics that stirred something restless in Sinilau's chest. It was a strange feeling, as if the wind itself whispered that something life-changing waited for him on that beach. The villagers gathered to greet the Tongans, offering garlands and greetings, their curiosity maxed behind warm smiles. The Samoan chiefs stood to welcome their Tongan counterparts, and a great feast was laid before them. As the music swelled, dancers emerged, graceful women in fine mats, each movement of their hands telling stories older than memory. And among them was a girl who caught Sinilau's breath mid-chest. Salamasina. She moved like water, like a breeze threading through coconut trees. Her bulatasi shimmered red and gold under the torchlight. Her hair was wrapped in hibiscus, and her face bore the calm strength of nobility. She was the daughter of a high chief and the taupo of her village, a girl of status and future, duty and tradition. Sinilau's eyes found hers, and impossibly she looked back. Their eyes held across the field, across the songs and chatter, and for a moment the world slowed. She did not look away, neither did he. That night, the feast carried on. Chiefs spoke of alliances and trade, of sacred lines and ancestral pride. But Sinilau heard none of it. His thoughts were with the girl in red who danced like a flame in wind. Later, when the moon had risen high and most of the village dozed or swayed in laughter and drink, Salamasina slipped away from the lights. The beach called to her, quiet and moon-washed. Sinilau followed. She turned as he approached, her expression unreadable. "So," she said, "the Tongans have come to take more land?" He smiled, slow and without offense. Maybe just hearts. One, perhaps. She arched an eyebrow. You're bold. Or foolish, he replied. I can never tell the difference when the moon is as bright. She laughed, just softly. The sound of it made something inside him shift. They walked for a while, barefoot at the water's edge, saying little. He listened when she spoke. She watched when he smiled. Unseen among the trees, a figure watched them. One of Salamasina's cousins, a guardian of her honor and her fate. I will leave in the morning, Sinilau said at last. I know. This night will end. She nodded, her fingers brushing his. Then we let it begin. The tide lapped gently at their feet, and for a moment it seemed the ocean held its breath. When they parted, they did not kiss. They simply looked once more at each other, both knowing something had started that could not be undone. In the morning, the chiefs would speak of diplomacy, of borders and bloodlines. The winds might speak of war, but that night, only the hearts of two young souls spoke of love, and the wind whispered, begin.
That's all for today, folks. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, Ma Nuia.